Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much-anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. We have already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper.
Hits one! It's missed, but by that far. Longley tries to clear, and it's Mandy. What an adventurous run from a defender. Goes for goal! Oh, that's a fine save!
Gabriel Jesus really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Ball's loose, who's getting there? Hoists it forward.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And here's Aguero. And it's played forward. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Luis Suarez. Griezmann. Messi. He's gone for it! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. And it's Messi. Vidal. Good idea, just poorly executed. De Bruyne. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Aguero. Rakitic goes looking. Gundogan. Sterling. Chance to break, and it's Griezmann. Luis Suarez. Let down by a lack of accuracy. Rakitic. And here's Suarez. Messi. Griezmann. Griezmann is fouled. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Messi ready to try one. Rakitic!
Not the worst effort, Peter. It just needed a bit more fine-tuning.
De Bruyne. Almost half an hour in now. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Yeah, and it's been like a breath of fresh air to their attack. I think that switching of flanks has finally created a new and for me, much more dangerous dimension.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Vidal. And it's Griezmann. Rakitic. Beautifully done. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Fernandinho drives it forward. Aguero. Vidal. Griezmann. João Cancelo does well there, alert. De Bruyne. Not long till half-time, and it is still goalless. Rakitic. And here's Messi. He's had a look. It's Griezmann! Marvellous goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Barcelona break the deadlock.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Vidal. Vidal is steaming forward. Aguero. Sterling. And that has put paid to that. Titi goes back to base. And we hit half-time. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football. It still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
That's the throw. De Bruyne. And he's there to cut it out. Rakitic was not to be moved. Now it's De Bruyne. This could spell danger. You can get that clear.
Barcelona clearly aren't looking comfortable on the ball at the moment. Predictability has just crept into their play.
Oh, great ball, goes for goal! They scored! The second half off to a spectacular start. That was easy, almost too easy.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And it's Sterling.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
And here's Suarez. Rakitic. He gets past his man. Timely intervention. And now the breakaway. De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. And here's Messi. Fernandinho positions himself well and cuts it out. And here's Suarez. Cut out in the nick of time. Forward it goes. And it's De Bruyne. Fernandinho. Sterling. And it's played forward. And the counter is on. Now it's Luis Suarez. Griezmann! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
got changes here, from both sides in fact. Has a hit! And the follow-up! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. Edison did well the first time, nothing he could do about the follow-up.
I might sound a little harsh here, but the keeper, I felt, could have done a better job in ensuring that ball didn't go back out into the danger area.
Barcelona take the lead.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that. This is good ball retention, and it should be enough from here, but they want to double their advantage.
That intervention was very necessary. Tries a shot! It's in! 2 to the good! They have breathing space!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Messi stands over the ball, he'll be looking to dink one in. So who's he going to be aiming for here? The defence can get it clear. Sade. And the through ball is intercepted. Arthur goes looking. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Suarez. Edison can pick that up. Fernandinho. And here's Sané. He's in! Jordi Alba. Arthur. Dembele. Over to the left. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Hoists it forward. Stones. Loose ball, who's going to get there? And that will be the final act. Well, this hurts. The pain of defeat very evident, and there are hard lessons to be learnt from it all when they regroup. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are going for goal! It's broken loose. Left effort on goal.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Turns and goes back. And here's Azar. Forward. What does he try from here? Rabiot plays it out to the wing. Dinks one in. Keeper's ball. And here's the chance to counter. Benzema. De Ligt. Hoists it forward. Rabiot. Ramsey. And here's Mandzukic. And here's Dybala. Casemiro very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. Well played, he saw that coming. Rukani. Rabiot. Well positioned to make that interception. Casemiro. And here's Azar. James. Oh, good ball. Could be a chance here. It's Azar! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
Ramsey. And it's Mandzukic. Dybala. Tries to... Massive leap! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Alexandro drives it forward. Chan. Now it's Dybala. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Dybala. Courtois catches it safely. De Ligt does well to read it and intercepts. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And that's been levered clear. Aimed in toward towering header. Goal! Juventus! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
A 1-0 lead established.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that.
Sergio Ramos. And Mandzukic tore at them and just came up short.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
He's in! Madrid have it back and they can go again. A real chance to break. Now it's Mandzukic. Mandzukic crosses it in. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Chan cuts it out. Modric. Alexandro. Chan. Now it's Hazard. And here's James. Modric. Defenders on the back foot. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got through. Rabiot. There are a few waiting for it. It's a throw in. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Rabiot. Courtois has that under control. Mandzukic. Cristiano Ronaldo! Modric. Chan. Rugani. And it's Hazard. James Rodriguez. Hazard. Oh, what shoots! Danger averted for now. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It was very, very tight.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I'm sure the managers talk the talk, and now it's time for these players to walk the walk and deliver a rousing response to a rousing team talk.
And in it goes! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
Look, if you defend so carelessly, it's going to prove costly, and to afford that sort of room to somebody, you know, what are they expecting? To get away with it? It's not going to happen.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
And here's Hazard. Back into the middle. James. Rugani. That has sent him sprawling. Hits one! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
Rabiot, definite fell there. It's wrestled off the ball. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he's away. Real chance! And the ball's come out. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Madrid present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Courtois looking to stead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Oh, you could always see he was confident about that. He always looked like he was going to score.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Finds himself eased off the ball. Now it's Benzema. Bernardeschi.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Gets the better of his man. Christian has a hit! got that all wrong.
I think he still deserves full marks for making his way through. It was a cracking run.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Hazard shapes to shoot. Juventus are leaving men forward, threatening to break.
Well, if they're not putting the work in by getting back, they have to deliver with this tactic.
And it's been taken straight back. Cristiano Ronaldo. Big chance! They are rampant! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
4 in the game, he is the man. Juventus tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Cut out in the nick of time. And the shot! Back of the net! This is as ruthless as it gets.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to go this big, Peter, but they have been superb.
How many more does he want? Juventus totally rampant here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Mandzukic lobs it in gently. It's gone a long way up and away. And it's Chan. Now it's Matuidi. Gets away from his opponents. Has brushed off the ball there. And they've been caught out here. And that's going to be a goal kick. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. It's going to be a double change then. Chan. Cristiano Ronaldo going through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, almost a sixth.
Yeah, they've got away with it, but...
Bernardeschi! Oh, denied at the last.
Bernardeschi put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Up to meet it! And he's spooned it over the bar. Matuidi drives it forward. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's the shot! And it's Benzema. And again, Bonucci is the guilty party there. Now it's Modric. Alexandro gets it back. Bernardeschi. Right through the middle. Oh, had a shot. Casemiro. Rafael Varane. Toni Kroos. And here's Benzema. Isco. Isco gets it out to the wing. Now it's Toni Kroos, and it's played forward. Bernardeschi. Casemiro positions himself well and cuts it out. Clears it out of harm's way. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid had no answer. Second best in every department and correspondingly well beaten. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. There are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. Everything a brilliant shade of red here, even indeed the outer skin of the... Tries a shot! He's missed, but by that far...
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Hoists it forward. Coutinho, Thiago, Philippe Coutinho. Muller did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Now it's Muller. He could be in. Lewandowski! Oh, that had to be more accurate. Going for goal! Bayern Munich given another corner. And he's there to clear it. Beautifully done. Alaba very firm in standing his ground there. It is a tough, full contact contest. No question, that's a foul. Thiago gets his final warning. Alaba. Goretzka. And it's Thiago. First quarter of an hour gone. No goals as yet. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And that has been clubbed away. And here it's Lewandowski! It's off target and by quite a way.
It was a first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
Alaba. Thiago. Müller. Lewandowski. And the shot! Goal! Bayern Munich!
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Bayern Munich take the lead, 1-0.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that.
Goretzka. Javi Martinez plays it forward. Javi Martinez. Hardly anything between the sides, and it's 1-0. Lewandowski, Coutinho, and here's Müller. And now they can launch a counter. Coman has a goal! In it goes! Hot knife through butter! They have done it again! What about that, Jim Beglin?
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due. And it was a brilliant set-up and finish.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Jerome Boateng. Alaba. There really wasn't very much in that. Not far away from being a telling final ball.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Perisic. Thiago. And it's Coutinho. Now, can he capitalise? Coman. Can he find a finish now? Can he? He's had a shot! And it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. Neuer reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
Look, there's only one player who merits all the praise.
Shoots! Really well taken goal. Lovely goal. Perfect poise to set himself for the strike. So, just the consolation, or is there a way back from here? Throwing. Schüller. Javi Martinez. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Thiago. Timely intervention. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Neuer. And there's the end of the first half.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Bayern Munich are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we're off again. And it's Perisic. Javi Martinez. Lewandowski. Good idea, just poorly executed. And here's Lewandowski. Big chance! And here's Lewandowski. And here's Perisic. Hoists it high. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Jerome Boateng. Schüller. Kimmich. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And here's Lewandowski. Boateng tries to get it forward quickly. And here's Lewandowski. And here's Muller. Surely. Perisic. Chance! It's a goal! With time and space aplenty, he was never going to miss.
Lewandowski is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Bayern Munich get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Perisic. Oh, great defending, that needed doing.
Bayern Munich are definitely going about this the right way.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
And it's Muller. Could be a chance here. Coleman. Bayern Munich are leaving men forward, threatening to break.
Well, if they're not putting the work in by getting back, they have to deliver with this tactic.
The ball's come loose and the chase is on. Kimmich. And here's Muller. And he's cut it out.
Muller really just wasn't quick enough then. Well, his thinking certainly wasn't. Didn't make use of what I felt were some very good options.
Muller. Lewandowski. It's a very good battle there, terrific to watch. Hernandez gets into the right position to intercept. Kimmich. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. And here's Lewandowski. Goretzka has a hit! They've scored! seem no way back, but they are level. That was a given. It always was.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
Bayern Munich can make their change now with a break in play. This has become one superb game of football.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner. Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
It's one!
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Going through. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Shot a goal! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Coman just might have got a little ahead of himself then. Maybe he had too much thinking time.
It really is now or never. They need a goal however it comes. He gets past his man. It's gone a long way up and away. Brings it forward. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Bayern Munich are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Jerome Boateng. 2 minutes to be added on. And it's Gnabry. And here's Muller. And here's Lewandowski. Perisic. And that is that. Terrific match, universal commitment to attack, all square and rightly, no loser. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.